Carolina, can you just confirm you can hear us?
Oh, I can. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I can't hear any speaking in the chamber.
They're not using their mics yet, but they will
Okay.
shortly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Let's wait another minute or two for Arlene and Mia. Ah, perfect. Welcome, everyone. It is 6:04 p.m. on March 15th, 2023, and this is the Kingston Rent Guidelines Board meeting. We are here in the City of Kingston City Hall. I'm calling this meeting to order as chair, and I will call roll. Noah Kipley-Ogman, chair, present. Deanna Martinez.
Present.
Mie Nuye.
Present.
Mike Brown.
Present.
Anthony Tampone Jr.
Present.
Tara Perry.
Present.
Michael Tierney.
Here.
Carol Soto.
Present.
Arlene Puentes.
She's chatting that she's present but has no microphone.
We'll take that for what it's worth. I would like to make a motion to move to executive session to discuss pending litigation in the matter of Hudson Valley Property Owners Association, Inc. et al. Versus the City of Kingston, New York et al. Do I have a second? Junior seconds. Mike.
Yes.
Junior. Tara.
Yes.
Deanna.
Yes.
Yes.
Carol.
Yes.
And Arlene.
She's holding her thumbs up.
That's enough votes. Let's adjourn to executive session. I will follow your lead, Peter or Bartek, for how we do that. A reminder for people who are joining virtually, you're going to need to leave this Zoom and join the executive session Zoom, where we will see you in a moment. Bartek, will you let us know when folks are in the...
Yeah, Arlene is here. We're just waiting for Carolina.
This is Arlene. I think I have,
I move to end executive session and to return to the public meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mia. Deanna. Mia.
Aye.
Michael.
Aye.
Junior.
Aye.
Tara.
Aye.
Michael
Aye.
Brown. Carol.
Aye.
And Arlene.
She says aye.
Perfect. We are back in public session. The Kingston Rent Guidelines Board was required by the Emergency Tenant Protection Act, as amended by the Housing Stability and Tenant Protection Act of 2019, to do two things in its initial series of meetings. This board was required by law to set an annual adjustment to the rents of regulated units in Kingston, and only in its first year of operation, it's required to provide a guideline for the Division of Housing and Community Renewal to use in adjudicating fair market rent appeals that may adjust a regulated unit's initial legal rent effective August 1st, 2022. At our November 9th meeting, this board set an adjustment of negative 15% under the provisions of ETPA 4B. That action affects leases offered to tenants in regulated units for periods beginning between August 1st, 2022 and September 30th, 2023. At that same meeting, the board provided DHCR a guideline of a 16% increase in rent charged between January 1st, 2019 and July 31st, 2022 for DHCR to use in adjudicating fair market rent appeals as required by the provisions of ETPA 9B. As provided by law and regulation, fair market rent appeals are to be evaluated on a case-by-case basis by DHCR staff and may result in a one-time adjustment of the unit's initial legal rent effective August 1st, 2022. No part of the decision by the Kingston Rent Guidelines Board has any intention or effect of any retroactivity. The decisions of the board offer no provision that would result in DHCR declaring any rent charged for a period before August 1st, 2022 an overcharge. The claims of the plaintiffs in a lawsuit against the board and the inaccurate description of the board's decisions in the ruling in this suit suffer from errors of both fact and law. In his ruling, Judge David Gandon inaccurately described this board's decision as violating the standard the court set in the Brad Court decision that requires fair market rent appeals to be adjudicated on a case-by-case basis. This board did no such thing. The board provided, as the law requires it to do, a guideline for DHCR to use in the case-by-case adjudication of fair market rent appeals. In his ruling, Judge Gandon mistakenly understood the actions of this board to have any retroactive effect at all. This board's actions, by law and regulation, are used by DHCR to administer rent stabilization effective from August 1st, 2022, the effective date of the municipality opting in to the provisions of ETPA. Based on inaccurate understandings of the facts and the law, the court vacated the lawful and appropriate actions of this board. To ensure that this board can operate within its legal authority and fulfill its statutory responsibilities, this court's decisions must be appealed. I therefore propose the following motion. The Kingston Rent Guidelines Board requests that the New York State Office of the Attorney General appeal the ruling of the Ulster County Supreme Court in Hudson Valley Property Owners, Inc. et al. Versus City of Kingston et al. Is there a second?
Second.
Carol seconds. Is there any discussion? I'll call the question. Noah Kipley-Ogman, aye. Deanna?
Aye.
Mie?
Aye.
Michael Brown?
Aye.
Junior?
Aye.
Tara?
Aye.
Michael?
Aye.
Carol?
Aye.
Arlene?
She says aye.
The motion carries. I propose another motion. The Kingston Rent Guidelines Board hereby empowers its chair, Noah Kipley-Ogman, to act as liaison on the board's behalf regarding litigation involving the board. Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Is there discussion? I call the question. Noah, aye. Deanna?
Aye.
Mie?
Aye.
Michael Brown?
Aye.
Junior?
Aye.
Tara?
Aye.
Michael Tierney?
Aye.
Carol?
Aye.
Arlene?
Arlene says aye.
The motion carries. Moving on, I would like to move to our next order of business, which is setting tentative dates for the board's June 2023 meetings. Michael Brown is leaving us at 6:59, and we'll get you the dates. April, you suggest June? How does the second week of June look for people? And how many meetings should we have, and what should we do at those meetings? To repeat for folks who needed that said into a mic, April reports that we need 3 meetings, one for DHCR to prevent survey data, a public hearing, and a meeting in which we set a guideline.
Is this all for the month of June?
Yes, this is for the month of June. Does the week of the 12th work for a meeting in which we present, in which DHCR presents survey data?
I have a problem. That is that I had expected that we were going to meet in May, and I am going away the very last week in June and will not be available. I have booked a place on Monhegan Island.
Are you available in the middle of June?
Yes, all of the other dates I'm available.
Great. Yeah, so Carol said that she is out of town at the end of June and is available in the middle of June. Is that correct, Carol?
That is correct.
And she says that is correct. How about Wednesday the 14th at 6 p.m.? Wednesday, the 14th of June at 6 p.m.
Fine.
All right. Hearing no opposition to that, how about a hearing for a public hearing? In the fall, we chose to have 2 public hearings. Do we want to have 2 public hearings again? Or do we want to have 1 public hearing? Do we want to have it a weekday evening? Do we prefer a weekend at a venue like the library, the way that we did in the fall? What are your opinions about public hearings?
I like to, and I am a big proponent of the Saturday hearing.
How about a hearing on Saturday the 17th and a hearing on Wednesday the 21st?
I'm in favor.
But are we gonna then have time for Carol to be with us for the meeting where we make the decision?
When do you leave, Carol?
I'm leaving on June 23rd. June 25th. Or I guess I'm supposed to arrive there on June 24th and be there through July 6th.
What about a public hearing on Sunday, June 4th or Saturday, June 3rd?
A public hearing before
Before a
Our
data
first
meeting?
meeting?
the data meeting? Okay.
Does that not? Don't we need that data to have a public hearing?
Do we need the data to have a public hearing? Will we be presented with the data before the meeting, or will the meeting be the first time we see data and reports?
The other boards are presented with their information. They don't. Westchester likes to start with getting the research. Yeah, they get the research information.
Could we get the information the week before, like the week of the 5th, or is that too early?
I would prefer to get the information before.
I'm out of town the week of the 5th, but what about the 1st? What about June 1st? We'll be ready?
June. The June 1st is fine with me.
First seems unlikely based on our history with this unit to have.
Realize that it's one unit now doing the information guidelines.
Yep.
All doing them.
Yep. What about the 5th? Monday the 5th?
It's my brother's funeral.
Oh, Carol. Um, well, how about a double header the week of the 12th? Do you want to do the 12th and the 14th?
You know, I would be back the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th of June, and that would be fine with me. And a double header would be fine with me.
On the following week, the 12th and the 14th?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
The 12th, the 14th, and do you want to do a public hearing on the 17th?
Yes, that's good with me.
To have 2 public hearings? I think 3 meetings in 1 week is kind of, it's like.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Probably staggered.
I don't think in the 2-week timeline, I don't know if we can do 2 public hearings. Like,
People go away.
Yeah.
I think we might need to do like a Saturday one.
Like the 24th?
So June
No.
1st did not work.
No, we have to make our decision, right, by the 20, by the 22nd or something, because that's when Carol's leaving.
So can we do the 21st as a decision meeting?
Yeah, the 22nd is fine too. I would leave the night of the 23rd, but I could leave the 24th. No, I'd have to leave the night of the 23rd.
Let's hold the
So,
21st as a decision meeting and the 12th as a data meeting. And can we do a public hearing in between on the 17th? On a Saturday?
I'm in favor of a Saturday hearing. We have more people come that Saturday than any other day.
Not a 5-hour meeting again.
I sure hope not. I look forward to briefer meetings.
Clarify, we're doing just three meetings, an information meeting, a Saturday hearing, and then a decision.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fine with me.
So I think that we are set tentatively for a survey and information meeting on June 12th, a public hearing on June 17th, and a meeting to set a guideline on the 21st of June.
Are we doing these all at 6 p.m.?
Let's think about the weekdays at 6 p.m. and the Saturday at, did 1 p.m. work this year? All right, 1 p.m., 6 p.m. on the 21st, 6 p.m. on the 12th, and 6 p.m. on the 21st. Perfect. I think that is our business. Unless anyone has any other business to discuss, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
It was 1 p.m. on the 17th.
1 p.m. on the 17th. I would love to do that in the library. We will work with our intrepid team across the many public agencies in Kingston that have been so kind to us.
I have a comment from Arlene. She's requesting that we talk about public hearing guidelines, including a time limit to public comments, and then she suggested 1.5 hours.
Good man.
Well, I don't think we could limit how many people speak, or I don't know. I don't feel good about that, but I do recognize, but I think there should be a break, like a more substantial break if we have a 5-hour.
So you'll all recall that the library has a hard close at, I believe, 4 on Saturdays. So that was kind of a good end time, or 4 or 5. And also, I don't feel comfortable limiting the number of people who are speaking. Time limit is fine.
Why don't we, I mean, we can either discuss it now or circulate some ideas, but couldn't we, in the event that we saw demand was really high, we could schedule another public hearing on that day?
Oh,
Just
I
push
think
it
Well, we
out,
need to
right, if
notice
we
it.
had to.
we'd have to give.
But it's just a week, so it's like we could do that if we needed to.
I don't think we'll have much time to like give notice of another public hearing, but we could, what if we did like 12 to 2 and 3 to, no, like, what if we put a 30-minute break in between, Or we said at this time we will break for 30 minutes and we said that at the beginning.
Start earlier.
Or we could start earlier and then take an hour, like in between sessions, because I want to. I mean, we should. It was really hard for people on the board to be there sitting for 5 hours. So I think we should try to accommodate that without restricting people's ability to comment.
My only thought, if we do something that long like that, is we have a time that people need to sign up by? So in the event that we don't have a really big turnout, do we want to be sitting there for an extra hour and a half waiting for somebody else to show up if we published that time period? You know what I'm saying?
We can always make a motion to adjourn the hearing.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you get what I'm saying, right? I just don't want to be in that situation where, let's say we only get like 25, 30 people show up and we're sitting there for like 4 hours.
I would love if our colleagues at DHCR could circulate a draft of the announcement for the meeting for the board to offer suggestions for what rules should be for just to like get clarity about what guidelines we want to offer the public about offering testimony. So if you could circulate a draft of the announcement of the meeting before. Um,
And I don't think they have end times either. It starts when it starts, and then if nobody shows up, we can always just adjourn.
Yeah, I think we can just do a recess at a particular moment, and I think I've learned my lesson to never do that again without a recess. Project, does Arlene?
She just suggested that if there are two public meetings, there should be a rule that speakers can only speak at one of those meetings.
Right, I think we've scheduled just one public meeting or public hearing, so I think that need is met. I am happy with where we're at, and I move to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
And I've lost my list of us. Noah, I, Deanna,
Aye.
Mie,
Aye.
Mike Brown is no longer here. Junior, Tara,
Aye.
Michael Tierney,
Aye.
Carol,
Aye.
Arlene. It is 7:14, and this meeting of the Kingston Rent Guidelines Board is adjourned. Thank you so much, everyone, for making it out. Thank you so much for trekking north for our colleagues from DHCR. And thank you especially to everyone who has made the logistics of this happen at such short notice so effectively.
Thank you for your clarity, Noah.